Hi everyone, this is Kathy Mamolen. I'm a psychic medium and intuitive life coach. Welcome to an unboxing of a new tarot deck for my collection. This is the Lover's Path Tarot. So I'm adding some what I would call love themed decks to my collection. So I don't know anything about this deck. To tell you the truth, I saw it as, a lover's deck for my pick a cards, my daily readings, and I just wanted some images that were geared in that direction. So this is the Lover's Path Tarot by Kris Waldherr. It's a U.S. Games Publishing. Okay, so it is a soft covered, soft covered, feels like magazine. It's not a hardcover, and it does have the name of the deck on the side. Okay. And on the back of the deck, it does have a couple of nice images, so you do get a quick impression of the deck. So let's see what's inside. It slides out. I was trying to figure out how to open it a minute ago. So you're seeing it with me the first time. All right, so it does slide out. It has, it has a spreadsheet, which I don't use, but you know what? If you are new to tarot, okay, and you would like to learn how to do a a relationship cross, that's kind of fun. Okay, relationship cross, and then it has it has all kinds of stuff: past life, future life. It has a spread here for a burning question. That's kind of a fun spread. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's kind of a nice, a burning question. That's kind of a neat thing. I also like this spread too, which is the dueling path spread. So what's your path? What's their path? Kind of a feeling. And then a relationship cross. That's quite a spread. Okay. So I will tell you, I don't use these. So that's just going to get tucked, back in the box. But you know what? It's kind of fun to see these different ideas of different spreads. It gives you some ideas of things that you could do. And if you have the time and energy, if you're reading for yourself, you could certainly lay that out, pull some cards, and kind of follow along if that you like to read for yourself. Okay, so this is inside. Okay, so it has a little insert. Once you slide it out, it has a little insert. So it does have quite a bit of protection, even though it is not a hard cover. And it has inside another protection of the deck itself with some images also. Okay, so that is U.S. Games packaging. All right, so then when I open it up, I've got to take the plastic off. So let's get the plastic off. I got my little scissors here. I'm always afraid I'm going to ruin a deck. I have to take my time. Okay. I was afraid I'm going to ding the deck or scratch the deck. I always take my time. Okay, so we'll get rid of that. Inside it has a couple of little cards. Let's see. Now, I got to tell you, whenever they package all this extra stuff in here, these extra lover cards, stuff like that, I have a little pile on my nightstand. I use all of these as bookmarks. They're cardstock, they're glossy, they're shiny. They make the best bookmarks, I gotta tell you. So I'm gonna put that over here in my little pile to go in my nightstand. And then here's a second one that has a little bit of an information about the creator. So you know what? I'll make that into a bookmark. I got lots of books, okay? And then the Lover's Path Tarot has this little baby guidebook, little paper guidebook. So you're not buying this for the guidebook. But you know what? It has a paragraph. It has some keywords. Okay, so this is interesting. It has the name of the card, the number of the card. They look like they're numbered differently. And they have the lover that's associated with it. Okay, so for example, fertility, my number 3 card, okay, traditionally my Empress card, okay. This is Cleopatra and Caesar. So I'm going to actually just through the major arcanas only because I think this is interesting. I'm going to actually read through those. I think that's something different. So let's just read through those as I go through just to see if we identify any of these classic lovers, okay? Some of them I'm sure we have no idea. If we have no idea, it's going to give me something about them. So it's really hard to read. I'm going to have to work really hard at looking at that tiny little font, but you know what? I will suffer through. Okay, so let's see. So they've renamed the major arcana cards, which is sometimes difficult for people who have not been reading tarot for a long time. They haven't memorized all of the cards. So so you may have to have the guidebook. All right, but that's okay. You can read them intuitively if you're interested. All right, so this is what would be the Fool, and it says innocence. It says innocence. So this is my Fool. The lovers associated with this are Tamino and Pamina. I don't know who they are, but you know what? Maybe we'll look them up someday. So innocence is the Fool, right? Okay, so that's kind of interesting. Here's magic. The cards themselves are very pretty. The backs are this kind of red. They're actually a square shape as opposed to, here would be a traditional deck. Okay, so they're the same length, height, okay, but the width of the deck is wider. So they're a little bit more square shaped, which is kind of fun, a little bit different. I do like different shaped decks. I think it kind of adds to the, this is kind of interesting, just a little bit. It's not a big deal. All right, so this is Merlin. Oh, you know what? Hold on a second. Oh, even easier. I don't have to go to the guidebook. I just noticed that. Look at. So here's Innocence. And then here's the name of the lovers here written in also text. Okay, so Tamino and Pamina. Okay, so I don't have to use the guidebook. They're actually right on the thing. So here is the Magician with Merlin and Vivian. They're very pretty. I like this kind of gold border. It's a border. It's almost this, very classical feeling with the scroll down here. So they're kind of pretty. They're very pretty, actually. Okay, so that is the Magician. The High Priestess is my Wisdom. Look at this. Okay, so Shahrazad and Shariah. Okay, so maybe I don't have to list all of them unless something jumps out at me. But here is my my High Priestess. This is my Empress. This is the one we started with Cleopatra and Caesar. Okay, so now you can see the actual image looks like Cleopatra and Caesar, right? Okay, and there's a lion and the animals, and that's pretty interesting. Okay, this is my Emperor. This is Arthur and Guinevere. Okay, so some of these we recognize, or at least I do. So that's pretty. All right, so they're couples. This is a lover's deck. All right. This is the Hierophant, which they're calling tradition. Okay, so that's pretty. I have, here's my lovers card. Who's my lovers? Isis and Osiris. There's my lovers card, so love. All right, so they've changed the names of each of the cards, which is fine, but they don't have an image that connects you either. So here is Desire for my Chariot. Here is Strength. Strength for strength. So that one they kept the same. All right. Here is Contemplation. Here's my Hermit. Here's my Hermit. And here's my Wheel of Fortune, Danae and Zeus. I'm gonna have to look up these classical. I'm gonna have to look up these classical couples and just or read the guidebook. There is a paragraph about them, so the guidebook does give you a little bit more also. Here is my Justice card with Penelope and Odysseus. Odysseus. Here is Sacrifice. This is my Hanged Man. My Hanged Man. Okay. Here is Transformation, which is my Death card. Yeah. Okay, so they are numbered also, so that helps. All right, here's my Balance. This is my Temperance. Who are these guys? Venus and Vulcan. Balance. Okay, so these are interesting. This is my this is Temptation, which is my Devil card, and this is Paoli and Francesca. So some of you may recognize these. The Tower, Oppression. Keywords. Grace is the Star with Dante and Beatrice. So these are classical couples, right? Moon. Here is the Moon, and they're calling it Illusion. Okay, so that's pretty. Here is the Sun, and this is Cupid and Psyche. Awakening. I have my Judgment, which is Tanshauser and Elizabeth. My Judgment. So I wasn't expecting this. I don't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting all this going on. All right, the World. Here's the Triumph, which is the World. Triumph. And then here are the suits. Okay, so let's just flip through the suits. So the suits look like they are, some are renamed, but it's pretty easy. Okay. All right, so here is the cups. My Ace of Cups. Here's my Two of Cups, very pretty. My Three of Cups. My Four of Cups. So very pretty. I mean, for my, pick a cards and love readings and, to be in the mix, they're pretty. Five of Cups. They're very easy to read. Once I get over the keywords, the changing on the majors, but once I go through them once, I understand. Okay, Six of Cups. There's a lot to learn in all of these decks. It is definitely a learning curve. For anybody who studies tarot, I always tell people I study tarot every day. Okay, so the cards, the card decks, the meanings, there's just so much to constantly to take in. Seven of Cups. Eight of Cups. And you do need to familiarize yourself with the decks. Nine of Cups. You have to use them a few times. It's almost this natural sense of you get to know the decks. I can't describe it any other way. And it's just a natural sense once you connect to a deck. Here's the Ten of Cups. That's beautiful. Okay, here's my Princess of Cups. Here's my Prince of Cups. Here is a Queen and a King. Okay. And then here's my wands. They're calling it stabs, which that's a pretty common thing they switch out of. Okay, so here's my ace of staff. Here's my two of wands. Here's my 3 of wands looking at each other. Okay, here's my 4 of wands, a celebration, very pretty. Okay, here's my 5. So you can see there's some of the traditional elements coming out now. Here's my 6, my celebration, moving forward. Here is my 7. Here's my 8 with my diagonal wands. Here is my 9. I like this, the roots in this card. I like the roots. Here is my 10, carrying the bundle. Here is a princess. I'm sorry. Here's my princess, very pretty. Here's my prince, my queen, my king. Here is, they're calling it, this is my sword suit. So they're calling it the Ace of Arrows. So pretty easy to decipher. Okay, here's my ace. Here is my 2 of arrows. This is interesting. Here's my 3, broken heart. Here's my 4, resting. Here's my 5. Here's my 6, my journey. Here is my 7. Look at that. She's gathering her arrows and she's leaving the bed. That's interesting. Here's my 8. Very dramatic. These are nice. Here's my 9. The angel coming in to help. That's sweet. Here's my 10. Here's my princess. My prince. My queen. My king. Here's my pentacle suit. Here's my ace of pentacles or coins. 2. There's my 3. 4. Oh, here's my 5. She's carrying a baby in the store. Okay. Here's my 6. My 7. So you do see a lot of the traditional elements, just a little bit different with the, different take. Every artist is different. Here's my 8, working hard. Here is my 9. My 10, opening that gate. Beautiful. Here's my princess. My prince. My queen. And my king of pentacles. Beautiful. So this is, once I get to know, I'm going to probably keep the guidebook out because it'll remind me that I need to read up on these major arcana lovers, these couples. So I'll probably keep the guidebook out and just read through that in my spare time. This is the Lover's Path Tarot. So I'm going to be adding this to my tarot collection. I can use it in my pick-a-cards and my daily readings. And I think it's charming. I do. I think it's charming. I think it's, I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know what to expect. But, I love the whole concept of the history of these couples, and I love how they tied that into the major arcanas. I think the artwork is very nice. I think the cardstock is nice. And I also liked the size. I thought the size was kind of cool, something a little bit different. So, so I'm adding it to my collection today. I'm hoping you enjoyed this little flip through. Please hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, and you'll be seeing the Lover's Path Tarot on my channel soon. So thank you for following me. We'll see you again soon. Bye.